Hi again, Wilna here, and this is the second video. And before we start making the pages, I quickly want to do this 4-minute video on showing you how to print and cut the little bears. So for those of you who don't know, I use the Silhouette machine, the Silhouette Cameo, and it's an amazing machine. So I use it to the software to print through the software on my printer the images, and then I cut it out with the machine. So in your downloads, if you buy the bears, you will find the downloads that looks like this. And you can see there's some black files and black weird looking files. And those are the PNG files that you use to cut out the bears. So I will show you how to do that up next. Okay, first of all, you open a new document, and my size is 9 by 12 because I print on watercolor paper that's 9 by 12. Next up, you want to make sure that your registration marks are on, and make sure that you have the one that has the little square like you can see there. And then you want to drag your PNG cut file of offset. I call them offset because offset means it's a little bigger than the actual thing. You just want to drag it onto your paper. Don't worry if it's still too big. And I always start with this one first. Then you click trace and you click select trace area. And then you want to select the whole of the black. You can see I'm dragging that plus sign over the whole of, so that everything black on there is covered, and then it will have a yellow outline. And just deselect high pass filter and click trace. Right, so basically now what you've done is you have cut lines. Now you can remove the black part by just dragging it away, right clicking, and click delete. So that way the black part is out of the way. You don't have to keep it on there. You just want those red lines, that is the cut lines. So just click delete. I had to slow this down so much because I couldn't believe how quickly I work. So just to narrate it, I had to slow it down. So I'm still not moving anything, resizing anything. So open up the new folder, and then you want to drag the PNG with the illustrations. Now you want to drag that onto your paper there, but just move it to the side. So you can see I'm just dragging it, placing it off the paper, and releasing the click. Just release the mouse, and then you can move it. And now you want to position it so that it fits the cut lines perfectly. So the easiest way for me is just to focus on one of the middle bears that's a very plain shape, like a round shape, like the one with the antlers, to make sure that the red lines go around it perfectly. And once the red lines fit the bears, then I'm going to make a big grouping. So I'm going to take my mouse and select all of it. So you can see the mouse is going in the left hand corner. I'm clicking and dragging over the whole image, and that will select the whole image. So I'm clicking and dragging. So you basically want to select the cut lines and the illustration. And now you just want to right click and select group. So just go down and select group. And now what you can do is everything will move together. So the cut lines and illustrations will move together. And basically the important part is that the gray grid and at the top, you don't want it to touch on there. And also where the little L shapes are in the right hand corner, top corner and left bottom corner, those are guides that whatever is below outside those guides will not cut. So the polar bear with a house on it, the bottom of it didn't cut, but that's okay. Sometimes I'm okay with cutting out with my hand a few pieces here and there. if that means that I can have a slightly bigger image. So now you want to set it up, the print. Now we're going to do a print. Okay, so I'm opening the print page setup under file, and I'm going to choose 9 by 12, and this is a custom print, custom size that I entered. And then I'm going to select my Epson Artisan 1430 printer. Now you can absolutely print these on 8.5 by 11 letter size paper to fit your printer. That's fine. It's just that I have. So now I'm clicking print, and here you can see my printer is printing, and I'm printing on watercolor paper, and I'll show you the watercolor paper. Sorry about the, I see on the video how dusty my printer is. I'm using that watercolor paper that I'm printing it on just because of the texture. It's a really lovely texture to print out on. So I'm printing it with my printer. The most important thing here is to not move anything on the screen. So don't just leave your mouse alone now. So you want to print it, and then you're going to load it up on your mat, and you're going to send it to Silhouette. And you can see the double cut block is selected there. So now I'm loading it into my Silhouette, and it's reading the registration marks. And that's why I said make sure that you have the little square selected, because the machines are picky and the squares works the best. And then it's going to cut. And that's how simple it is to do a print and cut with Silhouette Cameo. I have more tutorials on YouTube as well. So thank you for watching this. And in the next video, we're going to be making the pages.